To those who know him, Jaime Weiss sometimes appears to be larger than life. With a proven track record of expertise and accomplishment, Jaime Weiss is the founder of Weiss Realty, a diversified real estate services and investment company concentrating on commercial, office, industrial, and retail properties. As anyone who has done business with Jaime knows, he is a force to be reckoned with.
He's relentless. When Jaime tackles something, nothing stops him. He just keeps on going.
Have you ever seen a bulldog or a schnauzer? Jaime gets some teeth into something, he doesn't let it go till it's done, and usually successfully.
Jaime is known as a pit bull. I mean, Jaime hooks onto a deal and he'll work on it to get it closed. And that is, in this type of business, in the real estate business, you have to be that way. He's got the charm, but he knows how to go after a deal and make a deal work.
Dad does not take no for an answer. And I think the secret is his ability to, in those four walls every day, to give over 150%.
If someone says no, he will never stop until ultimately there's a yes.
Because he doesn't take no for an answer. And, you know, he finagles it, he works it, and he'll go around 2 or 3 different angles and come in the back door. But his persistence and his diligence and his hard work have always done him well.
Jaime Weiss has been a dominant force in commercial real estate in New York and New Jersey. His drive and his enthusiasm are legendary.
You know, I love to win, I love to make the deals. You lose more deals than you make deals. And I love getting into a transaction.
Many years ago, we were working on a real estate deal together, and he needed to talk to the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. He called the guy at home at 11:30 at night in order to make sure that he reached him and got the deal done. Nobody I can think of would ever have the chutzpah to do that, but Jaime got the deal done that way.
Jaime Weiss is probably one of the hardest working people I've ever known. He's very industrious, very diligent, with great salesman skills.
I pride myself in my integrity. I'm honest, I'm transparent, people rely upon me. They know when they pick up the phone or they ask me a question about real estate that I give them a straight answer, a direct answer, and I produce. And that's very, very important to know that you could rely upon me when you use Weiss Realty.
He talks a lot, as we all know, because Jaime loves to talk. And Jaime not talking, it would not be him. But yet, Jaime listens. Jaime, in the back, always listens.
Dad's very family-oriented. He's old school. And I think part of his success has been his ability to be that way with clients. He's personal. He cares. If you're a client of his or we work with him in any part of real estate, it's important to him. He lives and breathes that relationship.
A Bronx native and lifelong Yankees fan, Jaime began his real estate career at Cross & Brown Company in Manhattan in 1967.
I was attending night school at Baruch College in Manhattan when I got a call from the placement office. And the placement director handed me a 3x5 card and said, industrial sales trainee wanted, Cross & Brown Company. I said, what's Cross & Brown Company? He said, well, it's real estate. Real estate? What's real estate all about? I had no inclination, no idea what commercial real estate was all about. He says, Jaime, you gotta go on this interview. You gotta promise me you have to see Mr. Waldron. And that was the beginning of my career.
But Jaime quickly found his life's passion as a commercial real estate broker.
There were many Jewish building owners, and the reality was that here they took this they thought a nice Jewish boy from the Bronx, be ideal to bring to all the meetings with the Rudins, with the Dursts, with Uris brothers, and that I'd be a perfect fit in that team, and it worked well.
He was asked by the gentleman we were working with to go over to Saudi Arabia. When you go to Saudi Arabia, you get a one-way visa going in. You don't get a visa going out. And there's been only one Jewish person that's ever previously gone to Saudi Arabia, and that was Henry Kissinger. So we're thinking maybe the guy we were working for was trying to get rid of Jamie by sending him over to Saudi Arabia on a one-way ticket. Well, Jamie had to get a Christian baptismal certificate, which he has in his possession to this day. And the good news is that Jamie did go, and he did return.
By the time he left Cross & Brown as a vice president, Jamie had negotiated leases valued at more than $150 million, with property sales over $200 million. Committed to the highest standards of professionalism, Jamie had also developed a reputation for integrity, leadership, and the quality of his relationships.
I know if he says to me, I'll do this, we'll do this together, I don't even need a contract. And that's a reason for his success. He'll go buy a piece of property, do a deal for a tenant, he'll say this is the way it's going to go, and that's what he follows through on.
He makes sure he does things exactly the way it should be done. He never crosses the line. He does what has to be done to get things done. At the same time, he's honest, he sticks by the rules, and he is fair with other people.
I have never seen Jamie do anything but above board. He will not compromise himself to make a deal, but he will put his total persona into getting the deal done.
Always remember that when you meet people going up the ladder, be kind to them, be courteous, be respectful to them, because you may meet them coming down. And always remember that people have values. You should maintain those same high standards.
The aggressiveness that he shows in business, he has a bigger personality behind him, that it's not the aggressiveness, but it's the mellow man, the wonderful man, the funny man, the gregarious man, the man who will not make a deal just for himself to make a deal, but he will make a deal because he feels that that's the right deal for the person. I know he will never sell me something that because just to make a sale.
Whether he is conducting business or in personal relationships, Jamie is known for his expansive personality and his love of life.
When Jamie's in the room, you know that Jamie's in the room.
I think the secret of Jamie has really an incredible personality. He's very gregarious with everybody, he's friendly, he's a funny man, and he's above everything else. Jamie is a knowledgeable man.
This is a relationship business, and I pride myself on the relationships that I keep and I've maintained.
He always seems to conduct business around food. I mean, if there's a business meeting, I've had a few with him, and it always seems to center around some sort of eating and food.
When you're out to eat with Jamie for dinner, 5 courses is nothing. He just keeps, whatever it is, he loves it.
So I went to school at University of Florida. Dad comes down for a football game. It's like 200 degrees. And the Gators played great. So Dad, I think, really showing his compassion, his love for his kids, for college, being generous to all my friends. He goes, let's make a reservation at that sushi restaurant that you like so much. So we do that. The table's 20 deep, literally. It's packed. It's a glass table. Waitress comes over. Dad looks at her and he goes, we're gonna place an order. Very simply, no glass. I don't want to see any glass. Waitress comes back, soup to nuts food, and you can't even see your feet underneath the table.
He says, who else could have taken to a schwitz? Now, a schwitz is hard for anybody to understand what that is because I certainly did. But a schwitz is a place you go to that's basically the basement. It's absolutely horrible looking and frightening. There's a steam, and then you come out and there's like a hole in the ground with water that must be 22 degrees. So you go into the steam, and then they tell you jump in this thing. I had no idea what it was. I thought I was going to freeze into a block of ice, and then they beat you with brooms. Jamie said it wasn't brooms, it was something else, but I still remember being beaten with brooms. Now that is supposed to make you feel good. And Jamie didn't tell me what was going to go on. He just said, come on, I'm going to loosen you up, you go to the Schwitz. I've never been to a Schwitz since, and it's 40 years later, so, and I won't be again.
A devoted father and family man, Jamie is widely known for his kindness and generosity.
It's not all business, and he will absolutely go out of his way to help people and try to get them back together. And in this climate that we're in today in the real estate market, it takes a tremendous amount of drive, tremendous amount of individuality, and he has all of those traits.
He's very kind. He hears that somebody is going into the hospital for a test, and we have to send flowers, we have to get well cards. He's very concerned about everybody that touches his life.
There's a soft side to Dad. He's compassionate, certainly to his family and friends. I mean, he's a loving person, I think, with a giant heart. I mean, his willingness to give back is like a bottomless pit.
Jamie is a guy who's very committed to social justice, very committed to helping the little guy and the underdog. And as devoted as he is in business, he's equally devoted in pursuing social justice for everyone.
If Jamie is your friend, he is your friend, underline it. No matter when you saw him last, how much time you spend with him, you need him, he'll be there.